Ah, we're back in not flashback town. Which means everything's gonna be fine. Early the next morning, I'm stretching in preparation for my usual running when I hear quiet footsteps from on the upstairs. Ooh. Oh. A familiar look of mild surprise. However, where Sakaki's expression would normally shift to a frown, today it changes to something hesitant and uncertain. What's the matter? Your face is red. Still carrying that fever around?
失礼ね。熱ならもうとうの昔に収まったわよ。
It's the love it brews.
収まったわよ。あなたのおかげで。
I fix everyone's problems. It's fine. Even by killing, it's fine. Good to hear.
昨日はいろいろとありがとう。
I didn't do anything worth being thanked for.
したわよ。護衛の依頼のはずなのに、あんなことを一方的に話したりして。
It's a job. It's my job. And we care. You asked for my permission before you started talking, and I agreed to listen. There's nothing wrong with that.
そう。
I've noticed Sakaki tends to grow oddly sullen when the topic of my job comes up, but today she seems downright docile. The girl does look healthy enough. Still, it's entirely possible yesterday's events left some lingering psychological effects. Just a little bit. Sakaki.
何かしら。
God damn it, we say her name and she like, oh. As long as your request is in place, I'll protect you. Rest assured, that's all. Finishing my leg stretches, I stand up and check the clock. Ooh, look at the time! Just about time for me to be heading out. Oh, I'm gonna be running for a while. Unless you need anything, need something, you want a juice box? I don't know. Something to make you feel comfortable. Head pillow. What do you want? Alright then. See you this afternoon. Guess she didn't need anything. Feeling Sakaki's eyes following me from behind, I leave the dorm. I don't have much to offer Sakaki right now. A simple promise is all that this is the best I can do. Hopefully that's enough to provide some reassurance. The past can't be taken back no matter how hard you try. That's a lesson I myself learned all too well. And we'll find out in the next game! All the more reason she has to value her present. Hopefully they've just given up, but fortunately the threats approaching Sakaki have gone quiet for the moment. If this pattern continues, it shouldn't be hard for me to keep my promise. I feel like it's about to get way worse though. Oh, don't take me to the riverbank. Few days later, in an echo of Sakaki's past, the hopeful present abruptly takes a sharp turn for the worse. There it is. I can just shit on me some more. You alright, Sakaki? Can you keep running? God damn, leave her alone, shit. So she says, but it's obvious at a glance that this girl's close to her limit. Just bridal carrier, it's fine. Harsh gasps for air interrupt the feeble words coming out of her mouth. Damn it, they caught me napping! Seemingly taking my words of regret as their cue, a number of men swiftly surround us. Here we go. Time to be a badass again. God damn it, it's a bunch of rays again. Protecting Sakaki behind my back, I confront a semicircle of attackers. This sort of scene has certainly been common over the last month or so. This time our opposition is an entirely different league. What? Was this what they were aiming for all along? Shit, man. They stopped a car above the riverbank and came down on us suddenly. Up until that point, it was the same as usual. But as my master once told me, relying on precedent is a dangerous game. Always think outside the range of your predictions. A lesson, it seems, I didn't learn nearly well enough. Fuck. As I readied myself for another simple one-on-one attack, the first three men out of the car charged at me simultaneously. Ah, fuck, they upped their game. Whoa! Caught by surprise, I faltered. For just a moment, though. They seized their chance and executed a beautifully coordinated attack. The first two moved to grab my arms and legs while the trailing man came straight at me to deliver a disabling blow. Ah! Oh, I win though. Ah! Get wrecked, you losers. The fight would have been over in seconds if I had misjudged the attacks from left and right, even slightly. Stooping down to avoid their grasping arms, I kicked the first man's ankle and chopped my hand into the second man's liver. I literally reached in his body and wham! Smashed his liver. Oof. Since when did they attack? God! Oh, I'm getting shit on now. I didn't have enough time to catch my breath before the third man's fist came down on me from above. Ah! Sheer reflex got my elbow up in time to block the punch, but his attacks continued in an unrelenting stream. Damn it, that hurts, you asshole! This guy had some impressive back muscles, and he knew how to use them. His tightly clenched fist swung down at my head with the force of two massive hammers. A single direct hit would have given me a concussion at the very least, and a knockout seemed a very real possibility. With a sharp battle cry, I slipped by the hammerman's side and drove my heel into his knee. Got him. I win. The hammer stopped in his tracks. As he reflexively reached down for his right leg, I followed up with a second kick, this time to the head. Oh, we're so awesome. I'd somehow managed to bring down the first wave of attackers, but the dramatic change in their tactics was alarming. I could feel my heart thudding frantically in my chest. If they try that with a bigger team, it's gonna get ugly. Here they come. My instinctive response was to run for it with Sakaki in tow. Unfortunately, our enemies clearly anticipated that. Where they used to have their entire force charged down from the car, this time they've set up a second team further along the bank to cut off our retreat. Well, shit. Can't let them all attack at once or it's game over. I carefully size up the group of men surrounding us. One thing's immediately clear. There's not going to be an easy way out of this time. Okay, listen up, Sakaki. Hold on. I'm going for a preemptive strike. Once I open a gap in their perimeter, make a run for it, and I'll keep them off your back. Yeah, but this is the only way. There's no time to debate this. Let's go. I break into a sprint, heading for a point where 3 of the 5 men surrounding us can easily move to intercept. As expected, they instantly launch a simultaneous attack, aiming to trap me in a pincer. There we go! I dodged grasping arms from the left and right at the very last possible moment, slipping forward to leave 2 of the men charging directly at each other. They just fucking comedy routine smash each other in the head. The pair of the dark-suited men jerked to an unsteady halt, like a pair of outfielders chasing the same fly ball. Seizing the moment, I grabbed them by the legs and flipped them off their feet. Got him! What losers. The 2 men hit the ground head first with a satisfying pair of thunks. Well, before I can even confirm what they're staying down, their buddies got a sleeper chokehold on me from behind. Ew! That's not gonna do nothing. I'm Agent 47! But I'd seen this coming from the moment he started circling around behind me. I bent back into the hold, then strained my abdominal muscles and swing his body sharply forward. Damn, get wrecked. Tossed over my shoulder in a throw you might see in a judo competition, the man flies a good 2 centimeters forward before landing face first in the dirt. That's 3 taken care of. Now all I need to do is clear the 2 coming from behind, occupied long enough for Sakaki to get clear. Unless they have Sakaki. Oh. Alright, now run, Sakaki! Oh, look at her eyes. Hurry up! Get your ass in gear! Still shooting reluctant glances in my direction, Sakaki begins to run along the riverbank. They probably have like a 3rd car. The other 2 attackers quickly try to slip past me and pursue her. Not happening. As the pair splits apart to the other side, to either side, I hurl a stone tied to a heavy string toward the feet of the faster runner. Jesus. Tripped up by the cord, the man turns a somersault in the air and lands awkwardly on the ground, one arm crunching loudly underneath him. Ow! Even as I'm confirming that he's down, I've begun to grapple with his partner. The moment we come to grips, it's clear to me that I've left the most troublesome of one of the bunch for last. His physique didn't particularly stand out in the group, but he's got dense muscles, and an excellently balanced body. This is exactly his sort of fight. I was hoping to take him down smoothly and catch up with Sakaki, but guess that's not happening. I can only pray Sakaki manages to get out of here on her own. We'll see about that, but I feel like they have another car somewhere. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's still... okay. Silent except for his intermittent breathing. The man moves his body back and forth in a variety of waves, probing for a gap in my defenses. It's a far cry from the frantic wriggling of an amateur. Every movement has meaning. I can't let down my guard for even a moment. Please get out of here. Keeping half an eye on Sakaki, I desperately hold him in check. And just as she's finally reaching the foot of the slope, here we go. Yep, there it is. I told you. There's another group of people. Distracted by the fight behind her, Sakaki stumbles over a heavy patch of undergrowth and falls to the ground. Oh, okay. No. Sakaki! For a split second, her scream distracts me. Yeah. Ow. What the shit just happened to me? Question marks? Dizzyingly intense pain shoots through my left arm. He got me! I can feel the skin on my arm rapidly growing hot, as if suddenly plunged into a tub of boiling water. What the A small, glinting silver knife sticks straight out into my forearm. Ow, you fucker! Like some absurd work of modern art. My grip on the man weakens against my will. In an instant, he's broken free of the grapple. And he's like, The corners of his mouth curl in something vaguely resembling a smile as he turns his attention to Sakaki. That's bullshit. He used a knife. That's not fair. He brought a knife to a fist fight, alright? Okay, Yumiko, I know your backstory. You got stabbing abilities. Just fucking do it. Sakaki scrambles frantically across the ground, her face distorted with terror. As if savoring the moment, the man begins to lope toward her at a relaxed pace, because he probably gets a raise if he catches her. His first moment of carelessness. I'm not done. Yeah, I got a knife in me, but that's about it. Oh, can we take the knife and then hurl it at him? What's with me and hurling knives lately? Trust me, I don't actually hurl knives. I don't even get near knives for the most part. It's just I won't let you. Yes! Yes! Yeah, I'm 2 for 2, motherfuckers! With one sharp yank, I tear the knife out of my arm, then hurl it at the man's ankle. Get fucked, you loser! Got him! Oh, and you know it was precise, too. The man collapses on the ground and reaches down for his wounded leg. Before he can even get his hands around the knife, I straddle him and smash a fist into his solar plexus. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Gastric juices spraying from his mouth. Ooh. The man loses consciousness. We punch him that hard. Shit. I feel blood rapidly flowing out of my body. Well, because I got stabbed. Abruptly released from the tension of the fight, exhausted and bleeding, I look up to find the world swaying before my eyes. Oh, I'm fine. I've been worse. Been through worse. Sakaki rises to her feet and runs over. Staring wide-eyed at the blood streaming down my arm, she presses her hands to her mouth, speechless with horror. It's fine. I'm fine. You need to get out of here. Sakaki, hurry. I've probably been like shot in the head or something, woman. It's totally nothing different. It'll be alright once I stop the bleeding. Get moving. There might be more where those guys came from. Completely ignoring my repeated instructions to run, Sakaki reaches into her breast pocket, takes out a handkerchief, and holds it to my wound. God damn it. The pure white piece of cloth has quickly dyed bright red. Her anguished expression distorts still further. I've heard people say women are a little less squeezy around blood because of their regular menstrual cycle, but I doubt that makes an injury like this any less surreal and terrifying. I don't care. You see a big fucking stab in somebody, you're like, oof.
どこを止血すればいいの？私も詳しくないから教えて。
I'm telling you, it's fine. Right now, you need to just...
あなた一人残せるわけがないでしょ。早く。
Damn, she is being aggressive right now. Skagi's face is filled with uncharacteristically raw and obvious emotion. But then again, lately I've seen quite a few human expressions start to leak out from behind that indifferent front of hers. In any case, there's no point in letting this circular argument drag on forever. We're just wasting time at this point. Fine, just tie it lightly just under the elbow. Let me give you the instructions. Sorry about the handkerchief, but keep it over the wound itself for now. There's to be bandages in my bag. Can you wrap one over the entire area?
分かったわ。
Appreciate it. I've never been stabbed, so like I've never had broken bones, stabbed, nothing. So I can only imagine the pain of being actually stabbed. You know what I mean? I don't know. You wouldn't normally get stabbed in an everyday situation, though. So I think maybe it's normal that I've never gotten stabbed before. With my guidance, Kagi performs some rudimentary first aid. Soon I'm back on my feet. The blood loss has left me more than a little lightheaded, but we nonetheless hurry along the road to home as quickly as possible. Oh god, Amine's gonna have a freak out when she sees sees my wound. After all, there's no telling what else those people might have planned. The old rules clearly no longer apply. Can we just like stay in the school? Can we just hole up there and wait for him to come at me, and then we can like get him through the floodgates? Skaki hasn't spoken a word, most likely out of concern for me. It's painfully obvious that she's worried, but that only makes this feel even worse. Pathetic. What kind of bodyguard makes the client worry about them? For the moment, I've got us back to safe ground and plan some immediate countermeasures. Their tactics have changed on a fundamental level. We can't get away with the usual routine anymore. So I look up at the sky. Across the red glow of the setting sun, a flock of black rain clouds push threateningly into the sky as if to reinforce the looming threat. Looks like it's gonna be another rainy night. Oh god, what? Whoa, whoa!
そうか。傷は負わせることに成功したんだな。次は確実に仕留めろ。
What was that transition? It was just like...
ああ、やむを得ん状況ならば殺しても構わん。由美子が暴れるようなら無理にでも車に押し込めて連れてこい。いいな。
Ha! Kazami Yuji, occupation student Mark II, getting killed? Get that weak shit out of here.
邪魔はさせん。私は私のやりたいようにやるのだ。
Uh-huh. You know, I'm still holding my judgment on you till the end, but I still feel like you're shitbag.
私の言うことを聞け、由美子。
No. Fuck you.
Okay.
Yup, here it comes! I knew it was gonna be Amine too, because she's the mommy of the group. Understandably, it doesn't take long for Amine to notice that something's wrong. All the bleeding and the stab help. Practically the moment we're inside the dorm, her shocked voice attracts the attention of everyone lounging around in the lobby. As they run up, the blood seems to drain from their faces. Ah, just a little stabbing. Nothing too bad.
包帯が真っ赤です。血で。何？事故とか？それとも何かあったの？ねえ。
I like to think that they're like, you know, Amine, Sachi, and Makina are like right in front of me. Well, not right in front of me, but like a little bit of ways. But then Michiru literally pops up from beneath and like right in front of me. The lazy summer evening quickly gives way to a borderline panic.
とりあえず病院へ連絡した方がいい？それとも連れて行こうか？
No. It's fine. I can. It's no. Okay. There's some complicated circumstances, so I'd prefer not to make too much of a scene. A little treatment here should be enough. Sachi?
はい
Sorry, but can you help me out here?
はい、わかりました。今すぐ。
Thanks, Sachi. You're the best.
あ、私も手伝うわ。お湯とか沸かせばいいんだっけ。
Like how Michiru's actually helping.
みちる様、お子さんを産むわけではありません。あ、でも清潔なタオルとかそういうのは必要です。
Listen, Michiru isn't the brightest bulb in the Hoozle, alright? She doesn't know. No one not normally you'd have to treat a stab wound. So like she's just, what do I need? I mean, I'm dumb, so.
Okay.
Sachi and Michiru noisily dash back to their respective rooms. Guess I'll head over to my room for a moment. Skaki, would you help me over there?
ええ、もちろんよ。
Fucking Amine's face of just unamusement. Appreciate it.
部屋に行って詳しい話を聞くしかなさそうね。妙な匂いがプンプンなのよさ。
Makina knows. The best girl. A few minutes after Skaki helped me into bed, Sachi treats my wound with the skill of an experienced nurse. It's no worse than what I would have gotten at a hospital. Our maid's fearsome capabilities in this field are worthy of further examination. But for the moment, explaining the situation to the uneasy classmates gathered around me has to come first.
なんかとんでもない話になってきたわね。
I mean, I will admit it is getting way worse. Amne responds to my brief summary with those words in a worried sigh. Everyone had some idea that Skaki had been coming under attack, but a knife coming into play seems to have left them a little more than disturbed. The dude pulled out a knife on me, like, it's just, he cheated. What a loser.
ユミちゃんに何もなかったのは幸いだったのよさ。さすがは風見さんです。とはいえ、傷は心配ですが。
Alright, I think she needs a new bodyguard, or at least 2 bodyguards. So I'll be the bodyguard. Sachi, you're coming with me. I'm pretty sure Sachi you can do anything you ask Sachi and she'll do it. So I'm pretty sure you can be like, hey, fight for me. And just, you don't need to worry about me, okay? Their changing strategy just caught me by surprise today. I won't slip up like that next time.
そうなの。ユミコもユウジも大丈夫って思っていいのよね。
I'll be fine, I told you. Yeah, of course. It's a lie, an attempt to reassure them, nothing more. The ex-military man who knifed me today was a seriously tough opponent, and the others were no slouches either. Even under ideal circumstances, it would have been a tough fight. My failure this time is only going to encourage them to double down on the tough tactics, because they know the limits. And while they can bring in fresh bodies, my cuts and bruises are going to start slowing me down eventually. I need to start devising countermeasures sooner rather than later. What countermeasures would we have other than keeping her in the house? Or the place? Or, you know, keeping Yumiko in the fucking building. Skaki's been quiet, very quiet for a while now. Her face is distinctly downcast. It's not like she's the one who stabbed me, but since she's been known to try on occasion, it's probably better not to joke about that. Oh, I'd totally be joking about it. Sorry, but I'm feeling a little tired. Think you could just let me sleep for a while?
そっか、了解。じゃあ私らは退散するわね。
Even Amine doesn't seem eager to throw the usual banter around. Understandable under the circumstances. Skaki, I'm sure today was a little nerve-wracking for you. Being alone might be frightening right now, so why don't you sleep over in someone else's room? That's a good idea. I like that idea. Sorry, Sachi, but would you mind? Yeah, put her with the other person who could probably protect her just fine.
はい、わ かりました。榊さん、行きましょう。
I am rather concerned about all of Sachi's skills. Alright, I don't know. I don't know what, like, I will find out in her backstory, I guess.
分かったわ。
Let me know immediately if you notice something suspicious. They haven't tried anything on school grounds so far, but... You know, there's no telling what comes next.
はい、了解です。
Oh my god. Skaki barely said a word right up until the moment Sachi hustled her out of the room. That weighed on my mind a little, but even as I try to think it over, I feel myself sinking slowly into unconsciousness. As I sleep, I dream of Skaki. Oh! I see her as a young girl, standing very still in absolute darkness, sobbing endlessly. When I approach, her appearance changes to the young woman I know, but the tears don't stop flowing down her face. No matter what I say to her, Skaki stands oblivious in the darkness, crying bitter tears. Well, that's sad. Skaki? The moment I wake up, I notice an odd sensation enveloping my left hand. Oh, the darkened room is silent, but I sense someone's presence nearby. It almost feels like a continuation of the dream, but when I move my eyes to the side, the truth becomes clear. Oh, what a sweetheart. Skaki. I'm sure Sachi ushered her out of my room. She should be sleeping by now. Instead, she's sitting at my side. She would not be able to sleep.
ごめんなさい。起こしてしまったかしら。
It's alright. I got some sleep. Have you been sitting here all this time? She answers with a quiet nod.
どうしても心配だったから。小峰さんの部屋に着いてすぐ戻ってきてしまったの。
I just had to come back, right? Ah.
で、ずっと握っててごめんなさい。
The strange warmth surrounding my left wrist was coming from Skaki's hands. I don't really mind.
そう。
Skaki's downturned eyes briefly steal a glance at my face. They're a little bloodshot, but I can see a hint of red in her cheeks. Seems that dream just now might have been accurate in a way.
本当にごめんなさい。
Stroking my hand a little, she speaks in a sincerely apologetic tone. Nothing to worry yourself over. When you're on guard duty, that sort of thing always is a possibility. Let's just be thankful no one ended up in the hospital. Technically.
でも
From the look on her face, I can tell Skaki isn't remotely convinced by this line of argument. Look, it's nothing you need to feel guilty about. I accepted your request, so I'll put my body on the line when necessary. Even if I get a little banged up, as long as you're safe, that's a success.
成功なわけないでしょ。何を言ってるの。
I feel like it is a success if I'm the one getting hurt and you're not. All of a sudden, her quiet voice grows rough and quavery.
何を言ってるのよ。本当に。こんな怪我して成功なんて。
Oh, still success, but you know. Seems I chose my words somewhat poorly. Skaki's reached the end of her endurance. Tears, clearly not the first she's shed tonight, falls onto my bandaged hand. Skaki.
ごめんなさい。私、この間からあなたに情けない姿ばかりを。
The quiet crying begins to grow in intensity. Grasping my palm tightly, Skaki heaves the sobs like a frightened child, teardrops raining from her face. Her voice echoes loudly inside the otherwise hushed room. From outside the window, I can hear the faint sound of water cutting through the air. Come to think of it, the forecast today called for a little rain after midnight. It's exactly the sort of dark, ugly rain Skaki hates so much.
怖いのよ。怖くて仕方ないの。
After a few minutes of wordless crying, these words slip out of her mouth. Of what?
私のために 周囲の人がこんな目に遭うのが本当に怖くて嫌で仕方ないのよ。このままだと風見くんも寮の子たちだって私のせいで嫌な目に遭わせてしまうかもしれない。
Skagi squeezes down tighter and tighter. A tear lands on top of her rigid, trembling hands, then another.
もうあんなことは本当に。
Losing her mother, betrayed by her father, denied even the chance to make friends. She was pushed into a mock school built as a gilded cage. On an emotional level, it's not surprising that Skagi finds this latest breakdown deeply painful. But that's also exactly why I want to do something for her. The job isn't easy under any circumstances. But if I can give her some peace of mind, I honestly don't mind taking a few wounds like this. Looking up at Sakaki's miserable face, I find myself regretting that I didn't manage to pass it off as a lighter injury. Yeah, we should have played it more cool.
あなたを風見くんをこれ以上苦しめるわけにはいかない。
Oh, don't you even say what you're gonna say. Don't worry about me. I can still do my job. Even if... Don't say job.
分かってよ。私あなたのことを本当に心配しているのよ。
Okay, I get it. I get it. Her voice is desperate, hoarse from the tears. I can't remember the last time I felt such powerful hatred from my own incompetence. Complete silence settles over the room. Skaki's eyes don't leave mine. With a sorrowful expression on her face, she opens her mouth and speaks sorrowful words.
あなたを解雇します。
Damn it! I knew she was gonna say that. I didn't want it. What was that? For a moment, I wonder if I misheard, but she doesn't hesitate to confirm my fears.
嫌いだからなのよね。私を守ってくれるのは。だからあなたを解雇します。
What are you saying? You saw those people today? Without me around, next time they'll definitely...
構わないわ。それであなたや寮のみんなが無事なら。
To be certain, although they attacked me today, their target is Sakaki alone. If I leave her side, the main threat disappears. Those dangerous goons will probably decrease in number, maybe even disappear altogether. But of course, that's simply because they'll be able to accomplish their objective even without the muscle. I swore I'd protect Sakaki. After making a promise like that, I can't accept a request to abandon her. Yup, can't do it. Sorry, but you're still in danger. I'm not willing to shrug my shoulders and walk away. I refuse to resign. Sorry, get wrecked.
ダメよ。強制的にでも破棄するわ。
Oh, so now you're firing us. Do you not know what you're saying here? These people aren't playing around anymore. You're going
分か
to...
ってちょうだい。
Okay. Listen to me, Sakaki.
分かって。お願いだから。
Hold on. God, we're just arguing with each other.
お願いだから。分かってよ。
Sakaki's expression tells the story. This isn't something she just said on a spur of the moment. It was a painful decision made after some long thought. The tracks her tears have left on her face, the tightly clenched hands, that anguished inner debate has left its marks on her. But just because I understand the depths of her resolve doesn't mean I can accept this. It's painfully frustrating to know my sloppiness drove her to such an agonizing decision. Alright, I accept your dismissal. Sakaki isn't going to budge no matter what I say. For the moment, there's no other way but to give her relief. We're still going to protect her, though. The instant I speak those words, the tension drains out of her hands.
ごめんなさい。私。
It's as if a heavy weight has fallen from her shoulders, as if she's lost something precious. A hollow excuse for a smile on her face, Sakaki continues to apologize to me. Don't apologize. You're not in the wrong here. The sound of rain outside gradually grows louder. A harsh pattering fills the dark room, cut off even from the light of the moon. Oh, the sound of rain. As of this day, my employment with Sakaki Yumiko came to an end in the form of a dismissal. Dude, I was fired. Things are no better than they were at the beginning. No one's been saved. It's the emptiest of all possible conclusions. We'll still keep protecting her. It'll be fine. I'm not even concerned about that. It's less about the job, more about actually. Ooh, hold on, gotta stretch. Ooh, more about protecting her now than anything, because we know what's going on here. So just saying, we got her. Oh, I know it's a little bit of a shorter episode, but that is such a good spot to end. Oh, you know what? That's what I'm doing. We'll be back. That was something though. Again, it's more about protecting her now than it is the job. So, but we were told not to, so that'd be disobeying orders from both Yumiko and JB and the company and shit. And